And I don't do that for my own edification. People have asked if I would record and then post the recordings because they can't make the session. And so when Annie's here, she reminds me, and when she's not here, then I try to remember to record. We're going to do some, it's February, so we're going to do some love songs. And since we've got the jazz songbook out, might as well cherry pick some love songs from the jazz songbook to continue to try to encourage folks to look at that book and make sure you know what's in it, because there's some really nice songs there, including the 5 that we're going to do today. So we'll start with LOVE. Something else I was going to tell you. I was just explaining to folks before I hit record that this is a brand new ukulele from my college roommate. We were really good friends before we were roommates, and then we decided to become roommates. And Bill Wigglesworth, Houston, Texas, and generous beyond belief, decided to send me, he's got like 5,000 guitars, and maybe that's part of it. So he wants me to come close to his guitar collection. But he sent me this mahogany ukulele that sounds really pretty. Made in the USA. It's a Martin, and quite nice, out of sustainable hardwoods from some rainforest in South America, I suspect. Anyway, let's take a look at LOVE. Let me see what happens. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do an exercise. That's so silly. We're not going to do that. We're going to do that. And then we're going to do, oh my goodness, that. And then we're going to do a little share screen. And then we're going to do, where is it? There we go. And I'm over here. I'm going to get rid of all of you, not because I don't care, just because. So we're going to do some songs today where the use of your pinky, and for the rest of your ukulele rock and roll career, the use of your pinky is kind of strategic. You can get along without it, but the more you use it, if you don't use it 1,000 years from now, it will disappear. But the more you use it, the more you like it, because it really comes in handy. So the idea here is we would do a G and just do little thumb strums and then throw the pinky in right under. You don't need to make your index finger fly away or anything. You just throw your pinky in there. So 2 strums each of G, and then your pinky is going in on that first string 3rd fret or a C note. And you'll notice for the first 4 exercises, it's all about putting your pinky down and playing a C in addition to the other chord. And the exercise starts to make more sense when you put it into context of how you might play a song. So then I like to do down, up, and then throw that pinky in. And then, let's see, how about down, up, and then pinky on the second down. So if that was 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the pinky would go on the 2 and the 4. 1 and 2 and 3. So that's a pretty typical use of the pinky to make a G sus4. Now your G7 and G7 sus4, you of course can just push out your ring finger to add that C note from your G7. But this isn't all about playing the G7 and the G7 sus4, it's about using your pinky. So again, it's So 2 strums with G7, 2 strums with the pinky. And one of the keys to using the pinky is to try to wed it, marry it to that ring finger. So if your pinky likes to do the flyaway and just kind of float way out here, when it's time to use it, you've got a lot more distance to travel, a lot more to think about trying to reel it in. But if your pinky nail is right next to your ring finger nail, then you've only got ½ an inch to put it right back down again. And in context of a strum, might be something like down, up, pinky, down, up, pinky, down, up. In the context of maybe an island strum, down, up, down, you would put your pinky in on the up, down. Or down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down. Pinky would go in again on the up. Very pretty. Shake it off. That's enough of that squeezing of the neck of the ukulele. A minor, sometimes it's called an A minor add C. Sometimes it's called A minor. I don't know what else it's called. So 2 on A minor. Add your pinky. So here, this is interesting because your ring finger isn't down. And so the pinky, it's really tricky to kind of get your pinky to just stay there and be ready. We don't use this chord a lot, but we do use it. And then down, up, pinky. Sounds like the forces are gathering. And then down, up, down. Anytime you add a finger, if you don't hit that string that you added the finger to, if you go over the top and never hit the A string, that didn't do you much good, did it? So you want to make sure you come up and you're hitting that A string. Now with the F, I'm shaking it off again, of course. With the F, we do use F add C quite a bit, and particularly where we're playing 2, 3, 4 measures of F and we want to make it sound better. Down, up, down, up. Down, up, down. Pinky goes on the up. Down, up, down, up, down. Very good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now, this one's a little bit trickier. I think this is well worth adding to your repertoire, but I think people struggle with it a little bit. Doing G, instead of going in close for that G sus4, we're going up top to that 4th fret 3rd string. And we're only coming off a fraction of an inch. See how my pinky is just married to my ring finger on my left hand. Putting it back down, pulling it off. Get up in the evening, and I ain't got nothing to say. So I'm just doing an island strum and I'm putting it down. I'm just changing chords. I'm not even adding it in the middle of the chord. I'm just doing chord of G, chord of E minor. Because that's what you've done, is you have blocked your index finger from having any impact on the chord by putting your pinky down. So instead of having to go G and jump all your fingers into an E minor shape, if you work on this exercise, when you go G to E minor, and that happens more often in the key of G than you would expect. Please the Lord, you don't even know each other, do ya? Down, up, down, up. I'm lifting it up high for effect, but when I play it myself in a passage, I'll just lift it up just a touch. Off and down and off and down. Island strum on the up. Down, up, down, up, up, down. That is, once you get that, that is about the smoothest transition between two chords that you could ever compostulate. That's a word. And last but not least, for our final trick, and at no time do our fingers leave our hands. We're going to use that first string, 3rd fret again, and we're going to play C with our pinky. What? There it is. That's my pinky. That's the 3rd fret. That's the 1st string or the A string. And then we're going to layer. So we were just playing G, right? That's a G form. That's a G form right there. That's a G form. We're just going to push all those up. We're going to layer that right over that C. We're going to put that same form right over the top. So you've got your pinky and your C. You're going to take that G form and put it all right above. Oh, for a beautiful diminished chord. And we do that quite often. We might be playing an F. We'll add a C for F, add C. And then we'll layer a G right over the top of it. So we're playing 2, 3, 2, 3 once we layer that G in there, G form. And so that's down, up, G form. Do it again. Oh. And typically for, our diminished chords typically don't. Once in a while they'll come in at 2 beats. We might do. But often they'll be 4 beats, so we'll be playing C. Or that previous example where we're playing F, we're adding a C, so we're playing F for 4 beats. We're layering the G over the top. F, layer the G over the top. Anyway, I think those are pretty good exercises for that pinky, to get that pinky in the game. And we've got a couple songs today where we're going to take advantage. So we'll do that. I think I've got to go find, oh, look at that. Maybe that's how that works. Oh my goodness, there's a song right there. There's a song right there. Let's take a look at this. Take a look at what happens in the first line of LOVE, not the intro, but the first line. There's a G to an E minor, so right there. Ha! L is for the way you. Ah, nice. So we got G, we got D7, and there are definitely going to be places here that it's so much quicker for you to play an island D7 as pictured up in the chord diagrams. So you just have to kind of play through it, kind of think about that. I like to slide into my D7, so I like to do a barred D7 on the first fret and slide into the D7. So maybe that would be a D flat 7. I don't know what that is. Anyway, then we've got A minor, look at me. D7, A minor, D7. Every chord, bracketed chord is 4 beats in the song. One I see. I like to slide the G when I can. The G7, third line. And then I am going to, when I can think of it, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Since we've got 2 G7s or 8 beats of G7, as second 4 beats or second measure, I'm going to slide up and do a giant G7. And that is open 5-3-5. So you're taking your G7 form, pushing all the fingers up to the 3rd fret, so that your index finger is now on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then pushing out your middle and ring finger out to that 5th fret. Kind of a cool second position G7 to give you a different G7 tone. C, extra, ordinary, E. Z is just fingers on the strings, just muted strings, just a percussive strum. Why did I put that in there? Because Aldrin Guerrero did it, so stole it from him. Anyone, that last line. So if I was redoing this chord chart now, the way we do chord charts, the way I do chord charts, is I'd put an A7 and a dot, meaning 2 beats. For some reason, when this is a very old chord chart, and I just put in 2 slashes for bump, bump, D7, bump, bump, but it means 2 downbeats, those 2 slashes. Da-da. You adore and love. There's your pinky. Okay, now, second line, the second verse, first 2 lines, exactly the same as the first verse. Third line, G7, then a G7. Now, on my chord chart for that C, 2 in love can make it, I've written in pinky, take my heart. And because then you can just drop in 2 fingers. Please don't break it. That's C minor 7. So you're already set. And your ring finger now is your anchor for just going back to your G. Love was made for me and you. What did you say? Start with the G7. 2 in love can make it. What is that? The 7th line. 2 in love can make it. 2 in love can make it. Pinky, take my heart. And I like to slide in. Please don't break it. Love was made. So you got your C minor 7 with your bottom 3 fingers, and your ring finger stays home, and your other 2 fingers go back to help form the G. So you don't have to form a C minor 7, you don't have to bar one, and then jump into a G7 or springboard. You've already got one finger planted. If you start with that pinky C, put 2 fingers over the top, C minor, jump back to your G. That's kind of fun. What else do I have here? I do the same thing in the break for the Jazzy solo, but you don't have lyrics to guide you on the timing. So when I do the C minor 7, I'll tap 3 times for the other 3 beats. That's kind of fun. I've got pinky written in on that last verse again with the C minor 7 coming up. So that's there. I've got single strum C minor 7 and tap, 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 second to the last line. The last line, critical, because your audience is on the edge of their seats by now. Oh yes, love, D7, me and G. So F sharp, the same as G flat, or just take your G back a step, bring it forward again. So that those last 3 beats are, ha! Who's got questions? Is anybody still out there? Is anybody still out there? Well, let's just slow walk us through this. Wait. It says Nat King Cole. It was written for Nat King Cole by, of course, Camphor and Gabler. Number 17 on the U.S. adult contemporary charts. Number 8 on the charts in France. That's where it charted the highest in 1965. Thanks for asking. 1, 2, nice and slow now. The L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. The giant G7 is very, very extraordinary. E muted is even more than anyone that you adore and love. Pinky is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for 2. 2 in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Pinky. Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore and love. Is all that I can give to you. Love was more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Oh yes, love was made for me and you. Get the pinky out there. Oh yes, love was made for me and you. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, we sometimes we'll do that as a slide. So we'll just hit the G once and that G flat or F sharp once and slide it back into the G. So you hit it once and just a second hit to get two tones. I don't know why we did this, because we probably hadn't learned the slide yet. That's my guess is why we did that. Well, that was just a stunning success, except for my miscues and mishits, and that's how that goes sometimes. Here at OUJ. La Vie en Rose. I've looked at this a bunch, Edith Piaf, because she was the immortal little sparrow of France. I'm not supposed to be able to see the music. That's silly. That's out of the way. Because she has a heavy French accent, it always sounds like a Rosa. And like R-O-S-A or R-O-Z-A. I listened to Bing Crosby sing it. Listen to a bunch of people sing it. And Louis Armstrong. And they say Rose. I mean, Bing, it's almost R-O with a long row. And you barely hear him finish the word. So anyway, sing it however you like. La Vie en Rose. The Guglielmi, he's one of the great ones. It's had 7 versions hit American charts. Dino, Bingo, Louis Armstrong. It was put in the Grammy Hall of Fame. I got the award for the Grammy Hall of Fame, inducted 1998. So we do the first two lines as instrumentally, and then we start the song just to kind of extend it a little bit. And it's just that slow, down, down, up, down, down, up. You can certainly do it down, down.
Bob, can you move the screen to the song?
Yeah, Bob, the music isn't up yet.
That's so funny. That's so funny. It's right there. See?
How did I miss it?
I don't know. I tend to, even though Cynthia Lynn, this is Cynthia Lynn's chart, even though she says down, down, up, down, up for the bracketed, I tend to do those as down, 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 down. And all the other ones is down, down, up. What else? There's a lot to tell you here. Let's see. Is this the one? Yeah, okay. Let's go into the action cam. The OUJ action cam is being deployed. So let's look at that kind of third section, when you press me to your heart. So, when you press me to your heart. I like to play that with those bottom three fingers again, and I'll show you why in a minute. When you press me, and you can take your ring finger and slide over. So you got G, and slide over to the second fret and pop two fingers in. Press me to your heart. I'm in a world apart. You just lift the middle finger. If you insist, you can drop the pinky off, although this is a pinky celebration day, so I hate to do that. And drop your ring finger down, but it leaves your index finger open to just pop it in because your next chord is G7. And then if you use a pinky, now watch this. I know you're not going to believe this, but go ahead and watch anyway. If you use your pinky for C on bloom, so again, we're on the sixth line, in a world apart, a world where roses bloom. That C minor 6, we play that in one song. Out of 450 songs, we play that in one song, and one song only, and it is this song. And if your pinky is already down, all you have to do is put all three of your other fingers down, and they will fall into the correct position automatically, without question. Even if for some reason your mind insisted on putting your index finger at the top of the third fret, that's not a bad place to be. But automatically, if your pinky is down, you put the other fingers down, they're going to fall into third fret, second fret. And you're going to play C minor 6. So I've got a note for pinky on bloom. Of course, if you don't have these printed out, it's going to be hard for you to do that. But think about that, and I'll call it out when we get there. I'll say something like pinky C. And now you're in position, that same three fingers where you can go back to your G. Your two outer fingers of your G slide over for B flat diminished. Is that nuts or what? So you went from a pinky C, C minor 6, a G, slide over, A minor, turn into love songs. Let's do that one more time just to kill everybody who's impatient. Pinky C, C minor 6, and you could single strum the whole song and it would be beautiful. G, slide over for B flat diminished, A minor, D7, or D7. What do we have pictured there? Yeah, we have barred D7 pictured. Give, last two lines, heart and soul to me. Life will always be la vie en rose. Now, I don't know if she put work in progress or not. I don't like to end with G. I don't know how anybody ends this song with just a single G. So we just had this exercise where we would play, put in our pinky for G sus4. So you could do pinky. You do that. You could do, if you're ready to move up to G5 and stick your pinky out there. You could do G, G5, G4, G. If you wanted to stick with the in close ones, you could do pull out your middle finger, put it back down. So there's a lot of way to kind of extend the ending and make it sound, kind of nice. I will probably do a G, 5, then back in for that C note, and then a regular G. That's probably how I'll finish it. Who has questions? You know I like to slide, so I do like to slide in for the G major 7. Hold me close, hold me fast, that magic spell you cast. I only have to pick up that middle finger there for that G6. Same as an E minor 7. For some reason in this context, it's called a G6. Let me do something here. I know. I do this. Not stop share. No, that's not what I want to do. I know what I want to do. I want to bring back my face. There we go. Okay. Let's play this one. Oh, I got to get that first note. It's the hardest part of starting a song is getting that first word in. See if you can get it in tune. Flat, sharp, hold me close. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. And we'll talk about the unsung fourth verse. And we're going to do, again, the first 2 lines instrumentally. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 beats. Hold me close, hold me fast, that magic spell you cast. This is La Vie en Rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs. Though I close my eyes, I see La Vie en Rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses pinky see. When you speak, angels sing from above. Slide every day, your words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart, soul to me, and life will always be La Vie en Rose. Let's do it again. From the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold me close, slide that magic spell you cast. This is La Vie en Rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs. Though I close my eyes, I see La Vie en Rose. When you press me to your heart, I'm in a world apart, a world where roses pinky see. When you speak, angels sing from above. Every day the words seem to turn into love songs. Give your heart and soul to me, and life will always be La Vie en Rose. Oh, that's a pretty one. And then this is the missing verse. When the moon is in the sky, like a big pizza pie, that's amore. I might have made that part up. Okay, so, oh, Moonglow. More action cam footage. The thing about this neck strap, this is a Jake Shimabukuro neck strap from Japan. And it wraps around, it works great. And just if you let go, it just flips out and you ruin your brand new ukulele. So you have to be very careful about what circumstances you use the neck strap within and with under. And maybe using it when you're trying to change music is not the best thing to do. Moonglow was in an early songbook of ours, 1933. So who was the guy? We're going to call him Joe Hudson. It might have been Stan Hudson, might have been Steve Hudson. That's what the Google is for. Anyway, Joe was interviewed and they
Put
asked
the
him,
other music up, Bob.
oh my goodness gracious me, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. That's not moon, that's Moonglow. There's Moonglow. Thanks for the reminder. There, you don't know. There. So let me see. Yeah, you've got all the chords and everything. You're good. It's all good. So Joe, they asked him, how'd you come up with Moonglow? He said, well, and this is reaching deep within to the heart and soul of a writer, a creator. I had a band. I needed a theme song. So I wrote Moonglow. That was his answer. Duke recorded this, Benny, Ethel Waters, Billie Holiday, Sarah Vaughan. In the jazz world alone, it's been recorded 572 times. Speaking of 572, if you look at the opening chord progression and then look down the page, we repeat that chord progression 572 times. So we better get it right. Let's take a look at it nice up close and personal with the OUJ action cam. So pinky C from the start, from the get-go. Pinky C, layer 2 fingers over, C minor. You've got your anchored ring finger for your G. E minor 6, so E minor 7, you would just simply lift your ring finger and you would be there. E minor 6, when you lift your ring finger, you have to pull your index finger over. So it's very pretty chord. So that was G, slide your index over and lose your ring finger. C major 7, you just lift. So look at those chords. That is pinky C, layered, G, E minor 6, C major 7. Now finally we have to do something marginally stressful. B minor 7, barred 2nd fret, or all your fingers up on the 2nd fret. And then the sequence, which we'll do nice and slow, G twice. Keep that ring finger planted and just reorganize your index and middle finger for that E flat. So you had a G, you pulled your index finger down to the 1st string, 1st fret, and you flipped the bird out to the 3rd string, 3rd fret. Now, once again, pinky comes in for C minor. You don't even have to move your index because the pinky is blocking it. And then again, your ring finger is anchoring your G, reconfigure back to G. Let's do that again. This is your OUJ acoustic moment. G, G, flip, E flat, pinky, G. And we'll slow down the song. Every time we come to this, we will go. Every single time. Not that the song is that fast to begin with. So that's like every section has that whole sequence, except for the 3rd section, which happens twice. So it's like A, A, B, something like that, except I threw in an instrumental. So That's an extra A. But that third section, G, we, 2 beats seem to flow. So that's that F sharp again, which is that G just moved to the first fret. Flow right through the E7. So that's G for 6 beats. We, 2 more, slide to F to E7. One more time. We seem to float right through the air. Now, because I was raised as a Roman Catholic and have no jazz vibes, I've been listening to this, and a lot of folks sing it as we seem to flow right through, flow right through the air. They pull that whole phrase together, flow right through the air, because they're jazzy. But since I'm not, then I've always just done it nice and regimented. Seem to flow right through the air. So if you know a different version of this, no need to put it in the comment section, I understand. Now, once we get that E7, air for 8 beats, we're back to E minor 6. So we just drop our index finger down 1 string. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. Tap, tap, tap. And then we start back up with our regular pinky C. And I have written on my sheet all the way down the left-hand column there, pinky next to all those C's, so that I remember to go back to pinky C to get that C minor and get that whole thing started. With that E minor 6, heavenly, what is that, the 6th line? Heavenly song. E minor 6 for 12 beats is killing me. So on that second, and you could strum it, you know, heavenly songs seem to come from, whoops, you could strum it for 12 beats, but on that middle 4 beats, I'm gonna strum it once and hit my 1st string, 2nd string, and 3rd string for those 4 beats. So it'll be, heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. Where? And that's that. What else? There's a couple times when I've got a C minor where I might slide in, particularly on the instrumental, from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret. And that's about it. The last line, it's always good to look at the last line. That moonglow gave me you. We've been going slow already, so we'll probably keep it at the same pace. That moonglow gave me. We end on G major 7, which is just taking those 3 fingers and pulling them back 1 fret to the 2nd fret. You, kind of a nice jazzy ending. So that's starting at the last line at 1st chord G. That moonglow gave me you. That moonglow gave me you. Something like that. Who's got questions? Get out your pinky. Obviously, with 47 chords, this is our trickiest one of the group, but not too bad once you walk through it, and if you take it nice and slow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. slide that index over. Take it away. It must have been Moonglow, way up in the blue. It must have been Moonglow that led me straight to you. I still hear you saying, dear one, hold me fast. And I keep on praying, oh Lord, please let this last. We seem to float right through the air. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. And now when there's moonglow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moonglow gave me you. What a sweet progression. Must have been a moonglow way up in the blue. It must have been moonglow that led me straight to you. I still hear you saying, dear one, hold me fast. And I keep on praying, oh Lord, please let this last. We seem to float right through the air. There, I almost did it. Heavenly songs seem to come from everywhere. Now when there's moonglow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moonglow gave me you. That moonglow gave me you. That moonglow gave me you. Oh, that's not bad for goofing off on a Tuesday. It's so much fun when you put this stuff together and you revisit a song you haven't played in a long time and you think, oh, Moonglow, yeah. I love Moonglow.
Bob,
Yes.
I have a dysfunctional pinky, but I discovered that I can bar those C minors with my pinky.
Very nice.
And that actually made it easier for me.
Well, how about that?
So I just wanted to throw that out into the general whatever.
Well, we're going to do a whole session that Susan's going to lead on where and where not to use your barred pinky. So that should be fun. That's fantastic. So good for you. Good on you, as we say in the jazz business. Look at this, Jane. It's actually moving when it's supposed to move. Of course, that's not bad. Okay. Of course, I should have switched cameras a long time ago, but that's okay. You guys see enough of me as it is. There we go. See, 1928. The song was written in Asbury Park. Can you believe that? It was Fats Waller with the music and Andy Razaf, R-A-Z-A-F, pronounce that as you will, with the lyrics. And their 1934 recording has also been inducted in the Grammy Hall of Fame. Let me see, what else is that? Count Basie, Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, Benny Goodman, Eva Cassidy. Listen to Eva Cassidy's Cassidy, EVA, Eva Cassidy. Listen to her version. She's unbelievable. I think I'm just going to do this with thumb strums. Now, if you take your G minor 7, you can certainly just drop your index finger down to a C7, 0001. But you can also go to a second position, perfectly acceptable C7, by taking that G minor 7 form, sliding it to the 3rd fret. What? Yes. Which I'm going to do quite often. So it's 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, and a stop. Something like that. Every honeybee. So it's going to be pretty slow, fills with jealousy. When you see you out with me, I don't blame them. Goodness, add a pinky. There's your pinky. We didn't do a D minor 7 pinky exercise because I didn't want anybody to shoot me. But once you have the D minor already formed, then that at least gets you close. And of course, if you can't get your pinky down, then you just play D minor for 4 beats. Honeysuckle Rose. And that repeats, second verse, same as the first. That 3rd section, don't. F7, add a friend to your F, kind of like D minor. D minor is a really close friend of the F. F7 is kind of an acquaintance. Goodness, no, don't buy. Oh, you got the C minor 7 again. I won't blame you for playing C minor. It's pictured as all 4, Maki's here, everybody. It's pictured as all 4 strings being pressed down, but nobody's going to blame you for taking all of that muscle memory from the previous songs and just using 3 fingers. And it's only for 2 beats, so who will know? Who will know? Don't buy sugar F. You let it ring to cover up your voice. You just have to touch my cup. You're my, and again, we've got 8 beats of G7, so you're welcome to push that all out to that giant G7 again. Open 535, open 535, please open 535. And And so you've got 2 C7s at the end of that 3rd section. So I don't know why you wouldn't try to do 2 different C7s. So I'd start with the C7 on the 3rd fret. It's sweet when you start it up. And then I go back to our regular single finger C7 as the fallback. And you could do it the other way. Do 0001 C7. It's sweet when you stir it up. So that's a thought. That's a thought for thinking about. When 3rd verse, same as the first 2. And then the second last line is the same as everything else. And then you just kind of do some repeating. Honeysuckle, honeysuckle, honeysuckle rose. You end on an F. So we're 4 chords from the end. And I like to climb up the neck. So you do your F, you do your G minor 7, you slide that to the 3rd fret, then get your finger all the way to the 5th fret and your pinky down on that 1st string 8th fret. And that's what's pictured right below that down at the bottom of the screen there. Now you could do, what could you do? You could do G minor, F, G minor 7. Take that form up to the 5th fret. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. I was hoping you could do the same form all the way up, but that's not going to happen. You could go with D minor 7 and not try to get your pinky down and just bar the 5th fret. How would that work? That's not bad. It's got a kind of a minor 7 resolve instead of a major F resolve, which is kind of fun for a jazz song. So you could do that as well, or just go back to F. That would work fine too. Who's got questions? I'm just kind of rambling here. Just rambling Rose. Better hurry. We got 2 songs to do in 9 minutes. The next song has all the same chords, so that's good. 1, 2. I'm going to do thumb strum. 3, 4. E minor.
Bob, your uke is breaking up.
Well,
Your
what's
uke
with that? How's that? Is that any better? Everybody else having that problem? Or is it just?
We lost you for a minute.
How could that happen?
Back now, it's fine, or was afterwards.
It could have been, Honeysuckle Rose launching an intervention. You never know. Just in case, we'll go see, is this tuned up? Okay, how's that? One, 2, 3, 4. Every honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you out with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle Rose. When you're passing by, flowers droop and sigh, and I know the reason why. You're much sweeter, goodness knows. Honeysuckle Rose. Don't buy sugar. You just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When I'm taking sips from your tasty lips, seems the honey fairly drips. Your confection, goodness knows. Honeysuckle Rose. Two, 3, 4. Goodness knows. honeysuckle, honeysuckle, honeysuckle rose. Oh! Hey, that's not bad. So for our final love song, let's do Just Squeeze Me by Duke Ellington. And of course, Lee Gaines, of course we know it's by Lee Gaines. Everyone knows that. Yes, I'll get it up on the screen here. Technical difficulties. There it is. There we go. Okay. Just H-I-J. That seems like we would go down. Oh, it's right there. Look at that. So there's a D minor 7 and a minor 7 resolved. So that's going to come in all the way at the end of the song. So we've already talked about that, just barring the 5th fret. So that's going to be good. For this one, I do down, up, down, up, down, and I switch to the 2nd chord on the up. So it's as if each 2-chord section to each 2-chord sequence was one strum pattern. Now, of course, you could do just like we just did. You could do thumb strums. And any 4-beat strum where you've got 4 beats on the G minor 7. And that can slide up to the 3rd fret as well. I get sentimental when you hold me tight. And you know, another typical jazz strum is just down, 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 down with maybe a really soft up. Squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Let's see. The bridge I really do like to do down, 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 down. Missing you since you went away, singing the blues away each day, counting the nights and waiting for you. If you need a refresher in B Maj 7, B flat major 7, you're playing F7 and you're just reconfiguring your ring and your middle finger to form a nice E minor shape coming off of where you start your F. So you already have your index finger in the right spot. Your other 2 fingers are close, but just need to be flipped. Waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know. Guess where I'm going with this? Giant G7. I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. So that last C7, Love Me Too, is 2 beats and then a single 3rd beat. And so I just do down, up, down for the 2 beats, and then I just come up to love me too, down, up, down, boom. But you could do love me too. And that's all. I mean, we do the same thing over and over again, and we get to the end and we do that D minor 7. Just squeeze me, last line, but please don't tease me. You've got 3 beats to look down at your ukulele and find that dot on your neck on the 5th fret. Where's that dot? Where's that dot? tease me. Oh, there it is. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. I get sentimental when you hold me tight. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Missing you since you went away, singing the blues away today, counting nights and waiting for you. I'm in the mood to let you know I never knew I loved you so. Please say you love me too. When I get this feeling, I'm in ecstasy. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Just squeeze me, but please don't tease me. Did you find it? Oh, nice. Thanks so much. We're only 2.5 minutes over. That's not bad. That's not bad. Thanks so much for hanging out on a Tuesday, giving me an opportunity to look at some of my favorite jazz songs, share whatever I can share. And what's
Thanks,
happening?
Bob.
You're so welcome. Good to see you, Kathy.
Thank you, Bob. This is great.
Very
Well,
words.
great to see you, Sylvia. Happy New Year.
Well, thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob. Great old songs.
Good
Love the
work.
songs.
Yeah,
Good,
me
good.
too.
Good, good.
Thank you, Bob.
So welcome.
Bye,
welcome.
everybody.
And you're welcome, and you're welcome, and you're welcome, and you're welcome, and you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank
Bob.
you.
You're welcome.
It was really nice to join you.
Great to have you with us, Lisa.
Thank you,
Lisa
Bob.
and Marty. It's so great to have new voices and faces. And if you got one single thing out of it, then we win.
I got 6 new chords today, Bob.
Sweet.
Gotta practice those.
Okay, Commissioner. Wait a second. Where's Kathy?
She had to run off.
I was going to show her. I got a new microphone in, so I'm going to have a mic stand and a microphone next time I see you guys. So no more of that headset craziness.
Oh, you mean live?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't mean on Zoom, but yeah, live.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, so tell her. There's a
Right.
Kathy Dana celebratory.
Did she request that? Oh, I know. She was wearing it right, and it wasn't working too well for her, was it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's right.
On
Sure.
that G minor 7, could I ask you a little question?
Please.
The G minor 7 on Just Squeeze Me, that's the first time I saw it in a finger configuration that I could actually do. And all my ukulele life, I've been trying to kind of bar that first fret with my pointer finger. That 1, 2, where you have
Yep.
1, 2.
Yep.
It's much easier, so now I'm going to have to rehearse that in all the songs.
So it's kind of like a tiny G,
Yeah.
like a squeezed in G.
Yeah, but I can actually do it that way.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So one day, and I don't think it was this song, but I was researching a song and I thought the chord was supposed to be G minor 7. And this woman was finger picking that I was watching her YouTube video. She was finger picking the first section. And it was really pretty. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out what chord it was she was playing. And I watched it. I said, she's playing G minor 7. I know what she's doing. She was doing it that way to get the strings to set really well so she could get a really clear tone out of the picking pattern. And she couldn't do it with a bar. And so she's the only one I've ever seen do it that way. If it works for you, that is fantastic.
Yeah, so it was an epiphany for me today with G minor 7, which has always been very difficult for me.
And you can just slide that up to, yeah, you're going to have to keep that middle fingernail trimmed.
Mhm. Yeah, I had to get them all trimmed.
I can see that could be a challenge, but yeah. Oh, that's fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Very good, very good.
It was a fun
Okay.
session today. Take
Yeah,
care.
I like those songs a lot. As soon as I kind of walked through each one of them, I said, yes, this is going to be good. So very good.
They're pretty. Thank you. Bye.
You bet.
Bye, Jim. Bye, Jim. Say hi to Kathy. Bye-bye.
See you, Jim.
Yeah.
I was supposed to check the chat. We're good. That's good. We're all good. I suppose I could turn off the video, couldn't I? I'm a funny guy. Oh, not that. That's not what I meant. Turn off the recording. Aren't I good at this? I'm really good at this, aren't I? You guys can send me letters.